Do you believe that there are creatures in the world that we cannot see? Have you ever seen animals with the ability to become invisible? These animals possess extremely unique body structures that allow them to almost completely blend in with their surroundings. In nature, even when they are right in front of us, if we do not observe carefully, it is difficult to detect them. And in today's video, we will explore the 10 rarest invisible animals in the world. Let's discover these masters of camouflage together. Tenth, the Leptocephalus fish. At first glance, they look like they are wearing an invisibility cloak. Their bodies are almost completely transparent, to the point that if we do not look closely, it is hard to see their internal organs and bones. Leptocephalus fish usually live at depths of more than 100 meters below the sea, where the light is very weak. Without lighting equipment, even when this fish swims right in front of us, it is difficult to detect them. In such an environment, they are almost in a completely invisible state. In fact, this transparent form is only their larval stage. The body of this fish contains a jelly-like substance with a thin muscle layer and a belly that can be seen through. Their internal organs are very small, mainly concentrated in a small gut tube in the middle of the body, and they do not have any red blood cells, making them appear to be in an invisible state. However, this fish will not remain transparent forever. As they grow and mature, their bodies will gradually become less transparent. Ninth, the stick insect. Stick insects are among the best camouflaged insects in the forest. Their appearance looks exactly like an ordinary branch. If you have never heard of this species, you might find it difficult to detect their presence throughout your life. The camouflage ability of stick insects in biology is called morphological mimicry, which allows their bodies to change color according to the surrounding environment. They can adjust their color based on changes in light, humidity, and temperature to blend completely with their surroundings, thereby confusing predators and avoiding being eaten. Do not underestimate this insect, because they are not lacking in intelligence. When faced with danger, just a small movement will prompt the stick insect to quickly camouflage as a branch and lie motionless on the ground. They simply fold their limbs to pretend to be broken branches, and once they find an opportunity, they will stealthily escape. There are a total of over 2,000 species of stick insects worldwide, and in China, there are about 20 species, mainly distributed in bamboo forests in tropical and subtropical regions. Currently, the longest known stick insect in the world is Farnacia ceratipes, with a maximum length of over 60 centimeters. It is the largest stick insect that humans have discovered to date. Interestingly, this insect also has the ability to reproduce asexually, which means that female stick insects can lay eggs without mating. Even without a partner, they can still have offspring of their own. Eighth is the Orchid Mantis. For those who have never encountered this species, a quick glance might make them mistake it for a flower. In fact, the Orchid Mantis is a type of mantis belonging to the Orchid Mantis family. They are called Orchid Mantis because their color closely resembles that of orchids. Moreover, they often camouflage by lying on orchids. The Orchid Mantis can adjust its body color to match the shade of the flower, thereby hiding itself extremely well. This species typically lives in the tropical forests of Southeast Asia, with an adult body length of about 6 to 7 centimeters. The main purpose of hiding on orchids is not only to avoid predators, but also to hunt. The Orchid Mantis uses its unique body structure to disguise itself as an orchid, thereby luring bees, butterflies, and other small insects. Although they look very beautiful, the Orchid Mantis is actually quite a fierce insect. They are carnivorous insects, primarily hunting other insects. Sometimes, if they cannot wait for prey, they even attack their own kind, not sparing their siblings. This cannibalistic behavior appears as early as the larval stage. The Orchid Mantis may look beautiful, but in reality, it is very ruthless. Seventh, the leaf insect. Leaf insects are a type of insect that look exactly like leaves, similar to the stick insects mentioned earlier. Leaf insects also belong to the stick insect family. Their camouflage technique is sophisticated enough to confuse anyone, Even when they are right on a branch in front of us, it is difficult to detect them. Leaf insects have up to 80% similarity with leaves, and if you observe closely, you will see that even the leaf veins appear on their bodies. At a glance, they look no different from a regular leaf. When lying on a tree leaf, they are almost undetectable. Not only do they look like leaves, but leaf insects also mimic insect bites on leaves, and even when moving, they camouflage as leaves being blown by the wind, swaying slowly like a real leaf. The camouflage technique of these leaf insects is truly sophisticated. This insect species is usually active at night. During the day, they lie still on tree leaves, camouflaging as leaves without moving, only becoming active at night. Notably, leaf insects do not only mimic green leaves but also dry leaves. Truly remarkable. Sixth on the list is the leaf-tailed gecko. The leaf-tailed gecko is a type of gecko that looks like a dry leaf, especially its tail, which has a high resemblance to a dry leaf, hence the name leaf-tailed gecko. This gecko species is only found in Madagascar, and like the previously mentioned species, they are also masters of camouflage. Thanks to their bodies and feet that can cling tightly to tree trunks and branches, leaf-tailed geckos can flatten their bodies to minimize their shadow, lifting their tails like a leaf to camouflage and avoid predators. When camouflaging, they can change colors like other gecko species, helping them adapt to various environments. This gecko species is nocturnal, lying still on branches during the day and only becoming active at night to search for food. Local people in Madagascar call them the satanic leaf-tailed gecko, a name derived from the two small horns on their heads and their large red eyes, which make them look somewhat frightening. This strange appearance has caused local people to be quite scared, hence they have given this gecko such a devilish name. Fifth is the Pygmy Seahorse. The Pygmy Seahorse, also known as the dwarf seahorse, is difficult to spot at a glance because it is almost invisible to us. The Pygmy Seahorse is a very small species of seahorse with a length of only about 1 centimeter. This tiny creature was first discovered in 1969, and its discovery was accidental while humans were studying a species of Gorgonian coral. Pygmy seahorses often hide in various types of coral and come in diverse colors such as red, gray, yellow, and white. Their body color can change according to their surroundings to adapt and camouflage. A distinctive feature of the Pygmy seahorse is the presence of tubercles on its body that resemble those on coral. When clinging to coral, the Pygmy seahorse becomes almost indistinguishable, achieving perfect camouflage. If humans had not accidentally discovered them while researching coral, we might still be unaware of the existence of this species today. Fourth on the list is the flounder. This is a species that lives deep on the ocean floor worldwide. From a distance, the flounder may not seem special, but upon closer inspection, it looks quite peculiar. The reason is that both eyes of the flounder are on the same side of its face, meaning both eyes are on one part of the face. Additionally, its body is flat and its eyes protrude, making it not very pleasant to look at. Interestingly, this eye structure is not congenital. When young, flounders look like other fish, with one eye on each side of the face. However, as they grow, one of the eyes gradually moves to the other side of the body, and the mouth deforms accordingly, creating the unique shape of the adult flounder. As adults, flounders can only lie on one side permanently on the ocean floor, appearing as if they are lying on the ground. However, this unique body structure plays a crucial role in their hunting and survival. When hunting, flounders can perfectly hide under the sand, exposing only their eyes to observe their surroundings. When prey comes close, they quickly leap out of the sand and suddenly attack. It is hard to imagine the feeling of prey being unexpectedly attacked by a flounder. Third is Salpa Maggiore. At first glance, this creature looks like a transparent toy, but in reality, it is an invertebrate animal found in the Arctic Ocean. The body of Salpa Maggiore is almost completely transparent, and they usually inhabit the cold waters near the Antarctic. The transparent body of Salpa Maggiore acts as a natural invisible cloak, helping them avoid many predator attacks. In the water environment, a transparent body is an extremely perfect camouflage. The size of Salpa Maggiore is not large, with a length usually around 10 centimeters. The unique point of Salpa Maggiore is that they do not move in the water by swimming, but use a method of water propulsion to move forward. They contract their bodies to create a pumping process, generating thrust to move. When they draw in water, Salpa Maggiore can also filter plankton through their bodies and consume them. This rare creature is very difficult to detect with the naked eye, even when we try to search for them. Their transparent bodies make them almost invisible in the water environment, making observing them more challenging than ever. Second on the list is the white-headed moth. If you have never heard of or seen this insect, at first glance, you might think it is just a broken twig. However, in reality, this is a relatively large moth, with wingspans that can reach up to 6 centimeters when spread. Their forewings are gray with a prominent large pale yellow patch, while the tail wings are milky white. Therefore, when they rest, they look like a broken twig. The white-headed moth is widely distributed in Europe, Asia, and extends to western and eastern Siberia. They are also found in northeastern China. This unique appearance helps the white-headed moth avoid many predators because when in danger, they just need to stay still on a branch for perfect camouflage. Additionally, the white-headed moth is a nocturnal animal, usually staying still on trees during the day. However, this species is actually a pest, primarily feeding on various plants and decaying wood. They lay eggs on leaves, and the larvae have a strong ability to eat leaves, significantly affecting plant growth. Due to their excellent camouflage ability, the white-headed moth makes it very difficult for most birds and other insectivorous animals to detect them, highlighting the moth's remarkable camouflage skills. Topping today's list is the dry leaf butterfly. This is a species belonging to the leaf butterfly family. They almost do not need to intentionally camouflage, just fold their wings and they can become a dry leaf. When they fall into a pile of dry leaves, we cannot easily detect them. This creature looks like a dry leaf. Even the black spots on their body resemble the withered or rotten spots of leaves. When the dry leaf butterfly's wings are folded, even when lying right in front of us, we may still not notice them. However, when they open their wings, they look particularly beautiful, especially when standing under the sunlight. Their wings blend between blue and other colors, creating a wonderful beauty. The dry leaf butterfly species is mainly distributed in Southeast Asia and often lives in moist broadleaf forests. They primarily eat rotten fruit or animal feces, being a typical scavenger butterfly species. Their main predators are birds, and whenever they encounter danger, the dry leaf butterfly will quickly fly erratically, then find an opportunity to fold their wings and fall among the leaves, lying still in a fixed position to camouflage and avoid being hunted by predators. Although they have a wide geographical distribution, due to the gradual destruction of their habitat and other human-induced reasons, their population numbers are rapidly declining, which means that not only does their camouflage make them hard to detect, but their numbers are also inherently very low, making it extremely difficult to see them with the naked eye. And that is the entire content of the top 10 best camouflaging creatures in the world. Which creature impressed you the most? Let's discuss in the comment section below. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. And now, goodbye, and see you in the next videos.